Have you ever thought about the enormous power of water in all of our lives? And have you ever heard of how it is crucial in many self-healing processes? Water has always had, since the dawn of time, a great importance on a symbolic, spiritual, and therapeutic level, but many of us underestimate it. In this video, using a Zen story and intertwining spirituality with science, we will discover together the power of water for our physical and mental health. So stay until the end because you will learn how to use it intelligently, making it a precious ally in keeping you healthy and keeping illnesses at bay. But before continuing, if you are not yet one of us, subscribe to the Secrets of the Mind channel, activate notifications, and share the video. In this way, you will help us produce new content every day for your personal and spiritual growth. In the heart of an ancient Buddhist monastery, the elderly monk Hiroto spoke to his disciples about the enormous power of water in the lives of all of us. Water is the resource present in greatest quantity on our planet and in all forms of life. Consequently, its quality and integrity are essential characteristics for survival. And water, as you know, in all religions, it is a source of life. It cleans, purifies, and heals. And scientists, over the years, have understood what we have always known. Water has memories that are modified by everything that is energy and vibrates. Now listen to me carefully. The drinking water we drink is charged with electromagnetic information during the journey from the source to your homes. Passing through old pipes made of lead or other materials and flowing near sewers, it is loaded with information that is harmful to our health. So remember, water has the power to make us feel good or bad, depending on its quality and depending, as we will see shortly, on the substances we associate it with. I remember an elderly monk named Takashi. Hiroto added in a calm voice. He was plagued by digestive disorders, but with dedication and wisdom, he transformed his health through the conscious practice of drinking water. Every morning, he went to a mountain spring and drank the fresh water with gratitude, following the principles I am about to share with you. The disciples listened intently, immersed in the details of the stories Hiroto was beginning to tell. Another monk, Kiyoshi, battled skin problems for years. Hiroto continued. Then he learned that water could be a precious ally. He began drinking water stored in a terracotta container, noticing a notable reduction in his skin problems. The terracotta kept the water fresh, and through its contact with the material, itself became an elixir of health. As Hiroto spoke, the disciples began to understand that these stories were not simple anecdotes, but concrete testimonies of the connection between the art of drinking water and physical well-being. These testimonies, Hiroto said, are an invitation to explore this practice with an open mind and a grateful heart. A disciple raised his hand and asked, "Master, how can we apply these teachings in our daily lives? What concrete steps can we follow?" Hiroto smiled and replied, "Start with mindfulness. When you drink water, be present. Observe your thirst, listen to your body, and practice moderation, drinking slowly and with gratitude. Remember that water is not just a means to quench your thirst, it is nourishment for your whole being." The master continued to enrich the lesson with practical advice. Always remember to choose the containers in which you store the water with extreme wisdom. Depending on the material, the way of conservation, and the effects of the water itself on our organism changes and on our spirit. A copper vessel can provide specific benefits, such as improving digestion. Terracotta, as I showed you with the example of Kiyoshi, has purifying properties. And above all, forget about plastic mineral waters, crammed into warehouses or under the sun for months. Also be aware of the water temperature. Depending on your needs, it can be at room temperature, slightly warm or cool. The story unfolded like a river flowing through the daily lives of ordinary people. Hiroto inserted details that resonated in the minds of his disciples, making water drinking practices an integral part of their existence. I will tell you about Ayako, a woman who embraced the practice of drinking water as an essential part of her morning ritual. Hiroto continued. Every day before dawn, he woke up and headed towards the monastery garden. With a clay container, he collected the dew water from the flower petals. This water, impregnated with vital energy, became his first daily source of nourishment for body and spirit. The disciples listened fascinated, imagining the petals of water capturing the freshness of the morning. Hiroto's stories not only illustrated the importance of the practice, but inspired disciples to view water as an elixir of life in every drop. Hiroto, the venerable Buddhist master, continued to weave his tale, taking his disciples on a deeper journey into understanding healing practices through the art of drinking water. Imagine Yukiko, a young woman who, after years of a hectic lifestyle, began to suffer from stress and insomnia. Hiroto said. Yukiko found that the daily practice of drinking hot green tea, rich in antioxidants and nutrients, not only helped her relax, but provided her body with much-needed healing. As the disciples reflected on the importance of the ingredients added to the water, Hiroto continued to delve deeper into the topic, emphasizing the effectiveness of herbs such as mint and chamomile, which can be added to enhance the healing properties of the water. Another common practice, Hiroto explained, is using lemon in water. The vitamin C and antioxidants present in lemon not only strengthen the immune system, but also aid in digestion. Dear friends, have you understood? Small steps are enough to transform water into an even more powerful elixir. The disciples began to understand that the choice of elements to add to the water was not random, but based on specific principles of healing and nourishment. Hiroto moved on to practical examples of individuals who had experienced tangible benefits through implementing these practices into their daily lives. I remember Sayuri, an old woman from the village. Hiroto recounted. He had joint and arthritis problems. With the guidance of a local healer, he began drinking water enriched with turmeric roots. Over time, he noticed a dramatic improvement in his mobility and a reduction in pain. Turmeric, with its anti-inflammatory properties, became his daily remedy. Hiroto continued to emphasize the importance of understanding the properties of natural elements and adapting drinking practices accordingly. Every person is unique, the monk said, and their healing needs may vary. This in-depth understanding can lead to more conscious choices when it comes to consuming water. It's like a personalized ritual that honors the body and mind. The disciples, now fully immersed in the teaching, raised their questions again. Master, one of them asked, what are the spiritual aspects involved in this practice? Is there a deeper meaning beyond body care? Hiroto smiled and nodded. Of course, he replied. When we drink water with awareness, we connect with the vital element of nature. Every sip becomes an act of gratitude for the life that flows through us. It is a time when we merge with the universe, recognizing our interconnectedness with all creation. The master introduced meditation as an integral part of the practice. When you drink water, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and feel the water flow through your body. This is not just physical nourishment, but a celebration of life itself. In fact, while you hold the glass in your hands, you have to concentrate on all the good things you would like to happen to you, and then drink. In conclusion, Hiroto's story is not just a tale about how drinking water mindfully can lead to better health, but is a broader statement about the connection between body, mind, and spirit. This story teaches us that true healing requires a holistic approach, one that embraces ancient wisdom and applies it to our daily lives. Remember to consider every sip of water a sacred act, an integral part of a larger journey towards complete well-being. And remember to live in harmony with yourself and the world around you, embracing the ancestral wisdom that continues to flow through the currents of existence.